Hello everyone, this is Teacher Suzie and welcome to my class. So in this video, ipapakita natin on how to solve rational algebraic equation that are reducible to quadratic equation. So karugtong ito ng nauna nating in-upload na video about equations transformable to quadratic equations. So itong video na ito ay paliwanag sa mga examples na makikita sa learning modules ng grade 9 students ng Valenzuela on pages number 4 and 5 ng week number 3. So, the intention of creating this video is para maintindihan ng mga students ang paliwanag ng nasa module since they will be working by themselves sa kanilang mga tahanan. So, let's start. So, there is a problem here, a work problem. It says in here that Alaika can clean the house 3 hours more than the time Ezekiel can do the job. So, nagdinis ng bahay si Alaika and kaya niyang gawin yung paglilinis ng bahay ng mas mahaba ng 3 oras kesa sa oras na kayang gawin ni Ezekiel ang trabaho. So, yung time that Ezekiel can spend cleaning the house is not given. So, we will represent that with a variable. Let's say, let's use x. So, para malaman natin or represent natin yung trabaho na nagawa ni Alaika, kailangan muna nating i-represent yung trabaho na kayang gawin ni Ezekiel dahil nakadepend doon yung trabaho, yung number ng hours na kayang mo trabaho ni Alaika. So, we will represent, so we will let x, okay, we will let x be the length of time of Ezekiel to clean the house. So, ito yung haba ng oras na kayang linisin ni Ezekiel yung bahay. We represent that with x since that is unknown. Since, ang sabi dito si Alaika can clean the house 3 hours more than the time na kayang gawin ni Ezekiel ang trabaho. So, there is a word more than, so the operation will be addition. Okay? And which comes first is yung work done by Ezekiel, which is x. So, that will be x. More than is addition. And then, yung additional oras na kaya mo trabaho ni Alaika is 3. So, let x plus 3 be the length of time of Alaika to clean the house or to do the same job. So, again, Alaika can clean the house 3 hours more than the time Ezekiel can do the same job. So, Ezekiel's time of doing the job is not given, ni-represent natin yan ng x. And since si Alaika is 3 hours more, so yung time ni Ezekiel plus 3. So, the time that Ezekiel can do the job, x, and then dagdagan pa ng 3, whatever that x is. Okay? Continue. If they work together, pag magkasama daw sila nagtrabaho, they will only, or it will take 2 hours lang to clean the same house. So, mas mabilis nilang magagawa ang trabaho if they work together. And that is the reality, diba? Pag may kasama tayong magtrabaho, mas bumibilis ang paggawa. Umiikli yung oras ng paggawa. So, 2 hours is the length, haba ng oras na nagtrabaho sina Alaika and Ezekiel. Okay? Alaika and Ezekiel to clean the house or to do the job. 2 hours yun. Okay? So, since this is a work problem, we will use the equation 1 over a plus 1 over b equals 1 over x. Ito daw yung equation na gagamitin natin, where a and b are the time working alone. So, time working alone, let a be yung kay Ezekiel, and then b yung kay Alaika. And then x is yung time they can work together. So again, if A represents yung oras na kayang magtrabaho ni Ezekiel ng mag-isa, that is X. So papalitan ng A ng X. So we will have 1 over X plus 1 over, ang B naman is yung kay Alaika. Alaika can do the job alone. That is X plus 3. Alright? Yung mga ni-represent natin kanina na values, ipinalit natin sa A and B. X is for Ezekiel, X plus 3 is for Alaika. That is equal to 1 over. Yung X, palitan natin ng 2. Ito yung number of hours they can work together. So this is now our equation, which is a rational algebraic equation, rather. Since this is in ratio form, di ba? Naka-fraction form siya. So, rational siya. Now, in this example, we are going to transform this rational algebraic equation to quadratic equation. So, paano natin gagawin? The first thing we should do is to get the LCD. Okay? To get the LCD, we have to get the denominators ng bawat terms. Okay? So, those are X, and then X plus 3, and then 2. Actually, we need to get their common factors. Wala naman silang common factors kasi prime na sila mismo. So, it means to say, yung mga denominators na yon ang imumultiply natin sa isa't isa. At yun ang ating LCD. So, if we're going to multiply the monomials x and 2, multiply natin x times 2, that is 2x. And then, we will just copy x plus 3. Hindi muna natin sila imumultiply because as we proceed, meron tayong mga terms na makakancel. Okay? So, since this is the LCD, ito yung imumultiply natin sa buong equation. Bawat terms, imumultiply natin dito sa LCD. So, if we'll do that, let's proceed. So, the numerator ng ating first term na 1 over x, that is 1. 1 times 2x times x plus 3. It's the same with this, right? So, that will become 2x times x plus 3 over x. Alright? So, plus, ito namang middle term, 1 over x plus 3, i-multiply natin sa 2x times x plus 3. So, 1 times 2x times x plus 3, just the same, 2x times x plus 3. We will just copy the denominator, x plus 3, equals 1 half times 2x times x plus 3, or 1, the numerator, times 2x times x plus 3. It's just the same, 2x times x plus 3 over, we will just copy the denominator, 2. Okay, so let us continue. Simplify. Actually, we can cancel out x and x. This is multiplication. So, pwede natin makancel. 2x divided by x. So, that will become 2 na lang. Or just cancel x na. So, anong natira? 2 times x plus 3. Distribute. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 3 is 6. Ayan. Hindi na siya rational. Next yung second. X plus 3, meron sa numerator, meron din sa denominator. We can cancel that out. So, what's left is 2x. So, plus, copy plus, and then 2x. Okay? Because 1 na lang to eh. 1 na siya pareho. 2x times 1 is 2x. Alright? And then equals. So, itong 2x, madidivide natin sa 2. We can cancel out 2. So, what's left is x times x plus 3. Distribute na natin. So, x times x is x squared. X times 3 is 3x. Now, mapapansin, hindi na siya rational. Okay? Let's combine all the terms. Lipat natin ng x squared plus 3x on the other side. So, we will just copy 2x plus 6 plus 2x. X squared will become negative x squared. 3x will become negative 3x equals, nothing is left on this side. but 0. Now, combine like terms, and at the same time, isulat na rin natin siya sa standard form. So, unahin natin itong negative x squared. Wala siyang kapareho, so we will just copy it. Negative x squared. Combine 2x and 2x, that is 4x. 4x minus 3x, that is x, positive x. And then 6 constant, wala siyang ka-like term. We will just copy plus 6 and then equals 0. So, dito ko siya sinulat para pantay-pantay yung equal sign natin. We can actually adjust it dito pa banda para hindi masyadong malaki yung space. So, as you can see, this is now a quadratic equation. And since yung a natin ay negative, to make it positive, let us multiply the whole equation with negative 1 para lang maging positive yung a. So, multiplying the whole equation with negative 1 means bawat terms ng ating equation ay magpapalit ng sign. So, negative x squared will become positive x squared. Then, plus x will become negative x, and then plus 6 will become minus 6, and that's equal to 0 because 0 times negative 1 is 0. Okay? Now, this is a quadratic equation. We can now solve this using any of the methods. So, let us use factoring. So, we will prepare two parentheses and then equal 0. Factors ng x squared, x and x. Factors ng negative 6 na pag inad ay negative 1. Those are negative 3 and positive 2. Because negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. Negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. Next, apply 0 property. So, this will become x minus 3 equals 0 and x plus 2 equals 0. So, for x, this will become x equals 3 and this will become x equals negative 2. Okay? Again, we have 2. Ang tanong kasi dito, how long would it take Alaika to clean the house by herself? Hindi ba, ni-represent natin yung trabahong kayang gawin ni Alaika ng x plus 3? So, it means to say, we have to identify ano yung value ng x na yan para ma-solve natin ng x plus 3. So, this talks about yung oras ng pagtatrabaho ni Alaika. So, hindi natin, ang oras ng pagtatrabaho ni Alaika. So, we will take one of the values of x. Okay? Since this is time, tatanggapin natin yung 3. So, actually, sabi natin sa nauna nating video, we cannot have a measurement of negative 2. Okay? Hindi tayo pwedeng magkaroon ng oras sa negative 2. Pero pag sinubstitute naman natin siya sa x plus 3, positive ang sagot. Kaya lang, if x is negative 2, ang kukunin natin, ibig sabihin, ito, yung represent natin sa work done by Ezekiel ay negative 2. So, hindi nga tayo pwedeng magkaroon ng negative sa measurement. Hindi rin tayo pwedeng magkaroon ng negative sa time. That is why we will not be taking negative 2 as the value of x, but instead, 3. Itong kukunin natin. So, ibig sabihin, if x is equal to 3 and x is the time na kaya magtrabaho ni Ezekiel, ibig sabihin, kayang tapusin ni Ezekiel ang trabaho sa loob ng 3 hours. Kaya lang ang tanong ay kay Alaika. So, how long can Alaika clean the house? Since that is represented by x plus 3, substitute 3 to x, so that will become 3 plus 3, or equal to 6 hours. Ibig sabihin, kayang gawin ni Alaika ang paglilinis ng bahay sa loob ng 6 na oras. Alright? So, let us have more example. So, that is just an example of word problem on how na nagpapakita kung paano ang rational algebraic expression can be transformed to quadratic equation. So, let us have more examples. So, on page 5 ng ating learning module ng week 3. So, let's have another example. We have number 1. So, palitan natin yung color. mag-block na tayo ngayon. Okay. So, in number 1, we have x over 2 minus 6 over x equals 2. So, again, this is rational. The denominators are 2 and x. Get the LCD. So, the LCD are 2 times x, which is 2x. Minultiply natin sila because they are already prime. Now, we will multiply the whole equation with 2x. So, that will become, so isulat na natin isa-isa kasi yung nauna nating example masyadong mahaba kaya hindi na natin sinulat isa-isa. So, the LCD 2x times the first term, and then a minus the LCD 2x times the second term, which is 6 over x, okay, equals the LCD again, which is 2x times 2, okay. So again, we have x over 2 times the LCD, which is 2x, then minus, we copy the operation, the second term 6 over x times the LCD, and then equals 2x times 2. So actually, we can cancel out 2, and then multiply x and x, that is x squared. Next is, we can cancel out x and x. So, negative 2 times 6 is negative 12. And then equals, ipantay natin yung equal sign. 2x times 2 is 4x. Lipat si 4x on this side of the equal sign. So, we're gonna have x squared. Ito muna, para naka-standard form na. So, ililipat, magiging negative. So, negative 4x. Saka natin, copy itong negative 12. And then equals 0 na. Wala nang natira kasi nilipat na si 4x. So, this is now a quadratic equation. So, solve natin using factoring. So, let's have 2 parentheses equals 0. Factors ng x squared, x and x. Factors ng negative 12 na ang sum ay negative 4. Those are negative 6 and positive 2. Negative 6 times 2 is negative 12. Negative 6 plus 2 is negative 4. Apply 0 property. This will become x minus 6 equals 0. And x plus 2 equals 0. Solve for x. So here we have x equals negative 6. And here, x equals negative 2. Okay. So, ibig sabihin, our solutions, x can be negative 6. Okay. To satisfy this equation. And it can also be equal to negative 2. Alright, so these are the solutions to our example number 2. Let's have the third example, number 2 rather, the second example. Okay, let's change. Alright, so in number 2 we have x minus 9 over x equals 8. Ang ating 9 over x ang rational term. So, ang denominator niya ay x. It means that the LCD is x. Okay? So, we will multiply the whole equation with x. So, let's have the LCD, which is x, times the first term, which is x, minus the LCD x times the second term, which is 9 over x, equals LCD x times 8. Again, the first term, minultiply natin sa LCD na x. Next, second term, minultiply sa LCD na x. Next, equals 8, minultiply sa LCD na x. Proceed. X times x is x squared. Next, we can cancel this out. So, negative times 9 is negative 9 equals x times 8 is 8x. So, this is now a quadratic equation. Write this in standard form. Lipat si 8x on the other side. So, that will become x squared. Ito munang b will become negative 8x. And then copy minus 9 equals 0. Now, let's solve this using factoring again. Prepare 2 parentheses equals 0. Factors ng x squared, x and x. Factors ng negative 9. Those are, or negative 9 na pag inad natin ay negative 8. So, those are negative 9 and 1. Negative 9 times 1 is negative 9. Negative 9 plus 1 is negative 8. apply zero property, that will become x minus 9 equals 0 and x plus 1 equals 0. Solve for x. So we're going to have x equals 9 and here x equals negative 1. So it means to say that the values of x can be 9 and negative 1. Alright, so these are our solutions. So I hope that you learned a lot from this lesson. So that will be all for today. So I'm gonna see you on my next video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.